Hi guys, Baban on PC here. Since I finally got unbanned from Apex Legends, it's time to make a new Season 9 FPS guide. So I will run you through all the settings that you need to set up if you have a low-end till mid-range PC. And these settings will allow you to play the game stutter-free and smooth. So now first off, we're gonna start with the NVIDIA control panel. This is mostly for the NVIDIA users since I'm an NVIDIA user myself and I don't know the settings in AMD. So let's get into it, guys. Okay, first off, what I need you to do is open the NVIDIA control panel. By right-clicking and selecting NVIDIA control panel, go to Manage 3D Settings. To adjust the settings for Apex Legends, I suggest you to go to the Program Settings, click on it, and in this drop-down menu, click on it and search for Apex Legends. When you find it, click on the Apex Legends, and now you need to copy all the settings that I have here, and I will read them for you right now. Image sharpening off, anti-aliasing off, anti-aliasing gamma correction off, anti-aliasing mode, use global setting, application controlled, anti-aliasing setting, application controlled, anti-aliasing transparency off, background application max frame rate off, CUDA GPUs all, low latency mode off, max frame rate off, multi-frame sample AA off, OpenGL rendering GPU, you choose your GPU, mine is obviously the 1070 Ti. Power management mode, prefer maximum performance. Preferred refresh rate, highest available. Shader cache on. Now we have the next texture filtering modes. Then we go, first off is on, then allow, then high performance, then on. Threaded optimization on, triple buffering off, VSync off, and virtual reality pre-render frames set to 1. So set this all like that, click on apply, and we can exit out of the NVIDIA control panel. Now the next setting we need, you need to go to your PC, go to your Windows drive, find users, click on users, click on your name, go down to saved games, click on that, then you see here respawn, click on respawn, Apex, and then go to local, and you should end up with these three settings. Now in the video config, you double click on it, and there's just 2 or 3 settings that you need to change here. Now you see here setting CL ragdoll self collision. By default this is on, which is 1. You need to change this one to 0. Then we move down. When you see the setting R load switch scale, its default is to 0.6 or even higher. So set it to 0.35. This will give you better FPS and still look okay. So 0.35. So that's the 2 main things. Once you change this, you need to save. So exit and save. I don't need to save since I did it already. And just save the setting. And now I will show you what you need to do next. Now you need to change the video config text. Right click on it, click on properties, and in the attribute section you need to check mark the read only. When you check mark this, click on OK, and it will be saved. What the read only thing does is it won't let the game overwrite this setting. So if you don't click on the read only setting, the game will change it again to the default, which is ragdoll 1, and the other thing at 0.6. So you don't want that. Okay, now that we're done with that, we can exit out. Now the next setting will be in-game. So I will show you my in-game settings and how to set it up for the best performance. So let's do this. Now in the in-game, you go to settings. In the gameplay section, this is what I use, and this is what I found works best for me, and it may help some of you guys too. So interaction prompt style is default, button hints are off, crosshair damage feedback is off, damage numbers I have it to stacking, ping opacity faded, obituary is on, minimap rotation is on, weapon auto cycle on empty is on, auto sprint is off, double tap sprint is off, Jetpack control is to toggle. Incoming damage feedback is set to 3D. Taking damage closest dead box or crafting menu is set to off. This setting makes it so that if you are in a dead box and you want to grab that armor and somebody is shooting at you, it will close out. If it's on, it will close the dead box and you can't grab the armor. If you have it set to off, you can still grab the armor and tab out. So you have a basically brand new armor. This is something that doesn't happen too often in the game, but when it happens, you don't want it to close down and you want to be able to grab yourself a fresh armor. Hop up, pop up is on. Streamer mode off. Anonymous mode is disabled. User sharing disabled. Performance display is on. Club invites enabled. And now to the colorblind mode, this will make a little bit the colors pop more, and you can differentiate a little bit better between the gear. So I would suggest to set it to Tritanopia. Tritanopia is a good setting for this one. So the next settings are the video settings. I run my game in a borderless window, but for the best performance, you should run it at full screen. But since I'm streaming, I need the ability to tab out and have the game not collapse. So I use borderless window. Aspect ratio, your native ratio, native resolution, brightness, default preference to your monitor, how it is. Brightness for me is 40, field of view is 90, you can have it higher, you can have it lower. So this is all just preference. Sprint view shake, this is basically when you're sprinting how much your screen shakes. And of course you want to have it shake the minimal amount to have the best accuracy, so set it to minimal. Then we go VSync, for me disabled. NVIDIA Reflex enabled. Adaptive Resolution FPS target set it to 0. Anti-aliasing, for me is TSA A, but it all depends on your resolution and on your monitor. You can maybe get away with disabling it, but when I disable it, the edges get like quite jagged and stuff, and I don't really like that. I like the rounded look of everything, so I use the anti-aliasing TSA A. Texture streaming budget. Here are two options that you could use. One is the none. The none makes the textures look absolutely terrible. So if you have a lot of problems with 2 GB VRAM on very low and you still have low FPS in the game, I would suggest to set it to none. But the game will look absolutely terrible. So very low works perfectly fine for me, and I didn't see that much of a difference between none and very low. Texture filtering is billionaire. Ambient occlusion quality disabled. Sun shadow low. Sun shadow detail low. Spot shadow detail disabled. Volumetric lighting disabled. Dynamic spot shadows disabled. Model detail low. Effects detail low. Impact marks on low. Ragdolls on low. So that's basically the setting that you need for Apex Legends. This will allow you to run the game at a pretty high frame rate. I'm getting solid over 100 FPS no matter what situation with my 1070 Ti, which is not a great graphics card. Right now I would consider it being low end at this point. Low end, maybe some people would consider it mid-range, but it is low end. So yeah guys, that's about the settings. I hope this will help you guys out quite a bit. If you found the settings helpful and found this video helpful, please hit the like button. This will help me grow the channel. Also, hit the subscribe button if you like to. I also stream on Twitch almost daily, so you can feel free to come and check out my community there and participate, have some fun with us. So yeah, that's about it for the video. Thank you guys for watching, and I wish you guys a nice day. Bye bye.